So welcome back guys, Sachin here and you're in the channel Vision Saw. So the last video we have seen how to download and install Blender. Now let's go into the Blender and discover it. So when you open the Blender, you'll see a interface something like this. So now what you're supposed to do is just go on general, left click on it once. So you'll see a window like this. So first things first, you should always remember that you should save your file whatever the condition or cost it is at. It is not at any of cost as such, but you should always save your file, because if you don't save your file, there might be chances of you having a power cut and you might lose your file. So remember one thing, always save your file. And saving is not just the important thing. The second thing is that you should always update your saved file on regular time intervals. If you don't update, then what is the use of saving the file? So how do you save the file in Blender? So saving file is too easy. As usual, press Ctrl plus yes and you'll have a window somewhat like this, and whatever name you want to save with, like I want the file to be as hello, hello, and I say hello here and then save Blender file. So your file will be saved at the destination whatever you have set. And how do you check your destination? Same, Control yes. Okay, I'll have to see it here now. Save as. You see your destination here. So that is where your file is saved. I have saved my file currently on desktop because I want it to be on desktop. So save it wherever you want to. And make sure that all your Blender projects are in one file or one folder so that you can have an easy access to them. So starting with, once you enter your Blender application, you'll see something like this. Now ये क्या है भाई? ये एक 3D स्पेस है जहां पर आप देख सकते हो आपके पास, like if you have studied the Cartesian coordinate system, you'll be having 4 coordinate in 2D plane. So now if you make it a 3D x, y and z axis, you will be having 8 quadrants. Yeah, you'll be having 8 quadrants and you can see all of them here, 1 2 3 4, and once you go below you'll be having 1 2 3 and 4. So this is what your first Blender page looks like. So now what is this? This is a cube. It comes by default. ये तो default आ जाएगा यहाँ पर, आपको कुछ ऐड करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. ये क्या है? ये लाइट है. ये लाइट का फंक्शन क्या है, ये कैसे काम करता है, ये मैं बाद में बताता हूँ आपको. And what is this? This is the camera, perspective camera. So this is how the Blender page looks like. So starting with most basic thing, if you don't understand anything in Blender, so what you're supposed to do is just hover your mouse over that thing. Like, I don't know what this thing is now. So I'll just hover my mouse over it, and if nothing displays, I'll just click on it and then hover. Okay. Yeah, now see, once I hover my mouse over here, you see something that pops up here. Perspective camera lens, value in millimeters. So if you don't understand anything what that is, then a small definition will be given to you there. So you can just go and see, hover your mouse and see. I just hovered my mouse here. So it says move the selected items, shortcut shift spacebar comma G. Now here it says rotate the selected items, shortcut shift spacebar R. Now it says scale resize selected items, shortcut shift plus spacebar yes. Transform, and this is annotate, this is measure. So you just have to just hover your mouse and see what it says. View, what is the meaning of view? Let's see. Okay, view is a drop down menu which has so many options. Select is drop down. Yeah, so this is how you'll have to see the things. Now coming to the important part. Now to understand in what axis you're dealing with, you'll see it here. In this panel, you can see your z-axis is going from bottom to top, your x-axis is this red color line, your y-axis is this thing, green color line. So you can see colors of axis also here, which means you'll understand in what quadrant you're currently standing in, or what quadrant you're positioned now, what quadrant you're viewing through. So that is what you can have here. You can see here, you can observe here. Coming to the next part now, if you want to example, you want to have a XY look, which basic, then you'll have to click on Z. So now you can see XY look. So this is how your graph sheet looks like. Your X axis, your Y axis, and your Z axis facing towards you. So this is how XY plane looks like. This is how your ZY plane looks like, and this is your ZX plane looks like. This is how your ZX plane looks like. Now, if you don't have a mouse, like first thing I say is that always have a mouse when you're having, or when you're whatever you're doing. Like if it is related to 3D modeling or 3D designing or animation XYZ, so it's better you use a mouse, because if you don't have a mouse, then it will be too hard for you to carry out your work. So now if you're not having a mouse, then Blender gives you an option. Just go on this palm, click here, and you can move in your plane. And if you're in a 3D plane, then you can move in your 3D plane also. This is perspective, which just on clicking it, you can see the orthographic and user perspective. Yeah, this is and this is it. So some basics of Blender. So always be in a user perspective instead of going for orthographic perspective. So this was for the basic first video of mine. So yeah, stay tuned. See you in the next video.